Yes, last session, you guys were sort of at a crossroads of sorts, having been rejected by sort of figures in the city in terms of coming back from your investigations to what was happening in Midwood. You guys were then able to sort of work out about speaking to the guards to try to work out where the estate was, and then you'd went to a nearby tavern in sort of castle district where you were able to get, or Cap was able to get information in relation to the location. You guys then traveled there. We're doing a real short recap today. You guys then traveled there to which was sort of en route to where Midwood was, but there was a fork in the road. You should sort of find the path off there and approach the estate. Upon arrival, you'd find that there was actually already a party already there investigating matters, and you've been let in kind of on a 24-hour basis. Though the guard, who was sort of the captain or sort of the head guard here in the estate, is sort of saying, well, look, any sort of dispute in relation to this is kind of above himself. So that's why he's allowed you to enter. Upon entering, you guys have sort of made your own observations, and you'd also liaised with the party on the ground floor. Well, it moved, who were initially outside and then it moved inside to sort of discuss. You sort of find out from them that they consider that this is the work of a basilisk, and you guys have made your own observations throughout the building, looking at and had a conversations with them, most of which I cannot remember. But as I say, I understand that has been explained. I mean, you looked at positions of things. Looked in the rooms, how certain things appear to be. So that's kind of where we left off. And I trust that, Thronk, that your explanation to Cap was sufficient, because you'll probably remember more than me. But yes,
there were a few things.
Yeah.
The only other thing I didn't mention earlier is we did also look for signs of perhaps burglary or breaking and entering. There were no signs of. None of the windows were damaged. Nothing seems taken out of.
Yeah. So hopefully you can see what you see. You should be on the map. Sorry, I've actually spelled it through my hands. I'm going to have to be 2 seconds. But yes, if you want to think about what you're wanting to do, I'll let maybe 10 seconds. So I can drop this.
I think the one thing we didn't look at in here is we didn't look through sort of the chest to see if there's any clues in there. So we could do that before we head back down.
That's right. We didn't look at inside of anything other than the bed.
3 in the bed, and the little one says,
It's like Dear Diary. I'm practicing my paralysis spell. Like,
Dear Diary, we adopted a new little snake today. It's got the prettiest little eyes.
it's just gone through its first shedding.
All right. So I don't even know what the fuck that was about, but
well, we wanted to check inside of and around certain objects, so
Yeah.
Chests.
Yeah, I mean, if you open the chest, that one there. If you look in the chest, it opens. It just appears to be like a load of like clothing, dresses, shoes, undergarments, that sort of thing.
No letters or communications or anything?
Not that you can see.
Okay. I'll close it back up. And is this another chest over here, up beside Grumble?
Yep.
I'll take a wee look in this one as well.
It's kind of much the same. It's sort of miscellaneous objects. Like this one, not really clothing related. Just sort of like little small, like there's a small box. Or sort of a small ornate box. There's sort of general sort of like vials, which would appear to be these sort of like perfumes, that sort of stuff.
Mm. Can I open the ornate box?
Yeah, you open the box and it's a music box, and the classic, it has like a little, like small little sort of figure and dancing, and it plays like the little tune as it sort of clicks around.
Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'll close it back up. Unless anybody else wants to dig through this stuff.
Bronx already.
Yeah, I'll close it up then.
All right. Well, Thrak, if you're in the other room, is there something you're wanting to do? Or Evan, is there something else you want to do?
I'm just gonna say to Grumble, do you recognize the tune or anything? Is it like anything special about it?
Can I roll? Like history or?
Where did you say you were from? You didn't say you were from Zijand.
No, I'm from the mountains.
Yeah, you can roll history then. This
Well-
tune doesn't seem to appear to have reached the mountains.
It reminds me of
My mum
a
used to
song that my mom used to say.
say.
It was like it was so long ago. 1, 2, 3. Hum ba 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 ba. It's gone. It's gone. I'll remember later though. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Yeah, in the room's Cap. Cap would recognize this. I don't know if he's here, but he would recognize this music. He's like, "Hello, I'm back."
Did someone say?
I had to say me. Yeah, you
Hello?
recognize this, Cap. This is like the Zijand like national anthem.
Mm.
That's the way it goes. That's the way the Zijand national anthem goes. It's canon now. John Sosa. Or whatever the fuck is this?
What is that? The red, white, and blue or something?
Yeah, some shit like that, yeah. That's the way that's what it is.
It's a grand old flag, maybe?
It's
I
a
can't remember.
I think
grand
that's-
old
I think- I
flag.
think
It's
that's
a
what it
high
is.
flying flag. That one?
I know it from Proteus. Like, that's like the weirdest connection to it, but it's in Proteus. But it is by, yeah, what do you call him? John D'Souza.
John Philip Sousa, the patron saint of America.
Yours and Phillips. Yeah, it's by him, I'm near certain. I'll find it later.
Stars and Stripes Forever, Mike.
Yeah. It probably is that one. Stars and Stripes Forever. I'm in
No,
listen.
it's not that one. Anyway,
Yes. Yes. Anyway, that's what it sounds like. So you know that, Cat.
highly patriotic.
Yeah, I mean, I relay that as you're saying, like, oh, it reminds me of a song, you know. I'm like, yeah, it's just the Zijin anthem. It's fine.
Okay. I'll close it up then, and I think that's me. It's just the 2 chests in there, isn't it?
You see 2 chests.
Okay.
I'm hinting that there could be. It's technically what you see, but there isn't a 3rd chest. Okay, so don't start looking for it.
I would like to roll
You see what you
investigation
see.
to
You're like,
see
is there?
another
Is
chest.
there? I don't know. That's what you see. Like,
Can I
I mean, it looks like
investigate?
there's a chamber pod or something.
oh no, no.
No, but can I investigate for a 3rd chest?
There isn't a 3rd chest. That's
but
what
can
I'm
I-
trying to avoid.
Can I at least roll?
I'm avoiding.
All right, fine. Keep your secrets.
As a dungeon master, I have to tell you the truth. There isn't a 3rd chest.
Well,
Right.
can I investigate this 3rd chest? The one that's right next to me?
Yeah, well, it's not in that room. Yeah, so yeah, you can do that one if you want.
So the 3rd chest I will investigate.
Yeah, you open up that chest. There isn't really anything in it. Technically, 1st chest in this room. There's nothing really in it. There appears to be like a set of like sort of it appears to be a uniform, like, but it's like a cloth uniform. If you were to just thinking about it, you would know that it's like basically like the sort of like sort of the cloth element of like a guard's uniform. So it's not the
Not like a staff or maid's uniform.
no.
But, does
But it's just
support
one. It's just the clothing that it's just folded and it's just sitting in the bottom.
does support the idea that I had before that this room was for guards. They had rushed into the bedroom.
From the window to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And is this guard just still
Oh.
staring at that woman?
No. But obviously I don't. I would say he's probably just made his way out. He probably went downstairs.
In which case, I'd like to see if I can figure out more about her. Is she dressed in a particular profession or?
I mean, looking at them, they appear to be in common clothes. There's like, in terms of profession,
So common clothes as in like not well dressed? Night clothes?
I would say that it appears to be the sort of. All right. Well, that's actually a good question. No, it doesn't appear to be night clothes. They're just dressed for the day. They're nice. They're nice enough clothing. As the weather's a uniform, you don't really know.
But it is unlikely then that this. Just building up.
Well, I mean, even thinking about the princess you saw before, she was clothed.
Well, we didn't.
Well, I mean, she was clothed, but like she wasn't naked. But like she was like in her like a dress.
Right. Yeah. So from my and I can roll history or nature. From my knowledge of basilisks, are they primarily nocturnal hunters or diurnal?
The big terms here. You can make a check. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of known to be more associated with sort of temperate, with temperate locations like this. They can be found here. In terms of them being, they prefer like the darkness. So generally, sort of caves, at least in the temperate sort of areas. There could be regional variations. So, but yeah, to say that's all I would say. You would know about that.
So I don't know if they hunt more at night or.
Yeah, well, I mean, like anybody can go out during the day. Like there's nothing to suggest to you that they couldn't come out during the day.
Right. I'm saying preference.
Yeah. So they could. I would say they probably prefer doing it in darkness. But yeah, they could do it during the day.
Well, that's all I wanted to inquire.
No.
Can I use investigation to find another chest?
You can roll it. Go ahead.
Always try.
No.
Perfect.
Suddenly, there seems to be the fourth movement of Dionysus seems to be occurring. All the chests in the world are evaporating out of existence. There's no such thing as a chest anymore.
They're only mimics.
They're only mimics. All chests become mimics. Fuck you, player. No, there isn't another chest. This is a predetermined map. You know, I didn't place all this stuff, so if there's something relevant, I will let you know. But it is what you see. You see what you see. If there's a secret room or something like this, that's up to you to find. That's kind of how I work in there.
Rumble opened one chest and looked inside it for another chest.
Arguably, you could say the music box is another chest, but yeah.
If no one else has anything they want to hear, I don't think that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Will we go back downstairs?
Are you all content to do that? I can just move you all across. If somebody else wants to stay, I can sort it. I presume the music goes. Oh, that's right. I thought you were going to sneak in. That's right. Every time. This is the music. This is like the default music for this page. Right, what the fuck was this one called? No. What was the? It was Everdeep or something. Where the fuck is that? I think I've got fucking cataracts or some shit. I can't fucking see anything. Let me see. Right. Right. So user down. You know, you're in the top left. Or sorry, top left. Yeah, of the map.
And I'm back into that common room.
Yeah, I mean, you only been there for probably about 15 minutes. The rest of this other party are all sort of still sitting around the table, and they're just chatting amongst themselves. One of them, like sort of like the ones the Dragonborn, like look over as you appear into the room, but they just continue talking amongst themselves.
Hi.
What do you mean weird?
Weird for me.
Hi. They look up at you, like the Dragonborn sort of look up. The green one is scowling at you, and they're kind of
They like us.
they're
I am-
not really.
I'm on a map with where like I'm in a stairwell.
Yes, we just went back
Yeah.
downstairs. Yeah.
I'll move you here.
Okay.
There you go. So this is the room. Sorry, yes. They are. They just continue chatting amongst themselves.
So this room that I'm looking into here on the right side, it's kitchens. It looks like.
Hmm. Yeah, it would be a kitchen. Yeah.
And the person working in the kitchens, similar situation to everyone else, that they just seem off guard.
Yeah, they seem to be working, sort of frozen mid-working, if you will. Oh yeah, I don't think I put doors in this map.
Yep, Thronk's just wandered off.
Yeah, is there anything you want to do? Or you just want to engage them in conversation again, or I presume that's what the hello was for, but
No, it was just a friendly greeting. I'm gonna turn back to the other two. So I don't think they're right about it being a. I'll not actually whisper. I don't think they're right about it being a basilisk. But
you practice saying this out in the front of them.
no, I'm whispering. I'm whispering to these
Oh,
guys.
you are whispering. Not to say
Yeah,
I said it out
Oh
loud.
no, I meant me, the player, is not going to be whispering.
Oh right. Oh well, yeah. Okay. My immersion player. Why are you not whispering?
Hey guys.
Gotta whisper.
See, I don't think they're right about it being a basilisk, but it sounds like they're pretty intent on going off and fighting this thing. So we could either help them or we could find the real culprit and sort of whip it. What do you guys think?
Do you have any ideas on what it could be?
No, but we haven't looked around everywhere yet, so we could keep investigating. I think we still got a few more hours before we get shown the door.
I think the implication was is you could stay the day because you traveled here. So this was like probably in the afternoon you arrived, so you can stay and then leave in the next day.
Okay.
Just
So we have until the
clarify.
morning.
Yeah. So it's up to you what you want to do. You can fast forward. I mean, everything's up to you what you want to do. You could just burn this whole place down if you wanted to. Well, like that's what I would do because I'm a fucking maniac. So, yeah. What do you want to do? Do you have any ideas? Anything else? Just use any preference?
Figure we could keep looking around, see if there's any further clues in the other buildings. We've only checked this one.
Okay.
You guys are okay with that?
Bless you.
Well, I was just looking around in the other buildings, but yes, we can continue.
I've already searched them all. Well, you can move freely on the map, of course. As long as you don't just zip through the walls and do like a different location, I don't care.
We'll head on out.
There's horses over there.
Ooh.
They've all
In here?
yeah, same thing. Who goes for the horses?
Oh, I get it now. Hey, It's good for horses.
I missed something
That's what-
here.
That's what you meant, right?
I said who?
Evan, when you said, "Hey," it was
Oh,
the horses, right?
yeah, that's what I meant. So looking at the horses, do they look scared or anything?
I don't know.
Like, are they rearing back or?
Are they reacting to something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that they look slightly agitated. Whether they're like, I wouldn't say it's really exaggerated, but you can tell like they weren't like, just sitting there. So, yeah, it appears that they were reacting to something, and they have the same sort of affliction as to what the. I suppose you've already seen a horse in terms of the guy out on the street riding the guard riding the horse.
Yeah.
This one seems that in front of you seems to have been, it's wearing the colors of Zidjan, so it seems to be was in use. It hasn't had its like colors taken off, and this other one, say is just not decorated at all, but it's the same sort of situation, all sort of this discoloration to them.
Hmm. And is this like open roof? Is this is this an outdoor sort of stable, or is there a roof to this little area they're in?
Oh no, there is a roof. It's just not on this layer.
Okay.
I thought I saw a staircase.
It's. I think I said this last time. This has like a sort of like half story, which is probably in this back end here, but it has a ceiling as far as you can see. The stairwell here leads up to the floor above,
Okay.
but it's not a full floor. If
Right.
you want to look at it, you can do so.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you at? All right. I'll move you here. I appreciate you. I was going to zip you across, so you should be able to see yourself.
Yep. Okay. Nothing in here. Just these beds.
Oh no, they're not beds. This seems to be like some sort of storage.
Okay.
I mean, you see on the ground here. You guys have sort of seen like around the location this sort of like discolored ground. It appears to be here, as well. But there's nobody here. This is just the area you're in is like a load of sacks. There's like some sort of hay barrels, like a pallets, that sort of thing.
Right. And this ground I'm at here has got the same discoloration, but there's nobody petrified here.
There's nobody petrified there, but it's to say the wood appears to be like sort of discolored here, like the floorboards.
Right.
I mean, you would have
And
noted
nothing
that everywhere. Nobody else
Yeah.
can see it because it's only you on this layer.
Yeah. And this place also has a roof on it as well. Or is
That's
this
the top floor. There's a roof above you. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what you can see here. I mean, you can sort of see through these windows the roof here for like
Oh yeah.
that little element. Yeah. In fact,
Okay.
if you want, I'll look in and show you. There you go. That's just
Alright.
to clarify, just to show you 'cause it's clear.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I don't think I'll find much up here, so I'll make my way back downstairs.
All right. Okay. You don't need to move. I'll just move you across. And
Okay.
let me see. Should be back. Hopefully.
Yep.
All right. So, what do you guys? What do you want to do now? I mean, are you happy you have looked around? Is there anything you want to discuss? Or you just want to go the next day? It's up to yourselves.
I'm just going to say to the others. So at first I was thinking that wherever people were petrified was where the ground was discolored, but there seems to be a lot of areas where no one was standing that also seemed to have the same discoloration. So I wonder if it was some kind of ray or breath attack. I don't think it would have been any kind of effect of a basilisk eye would have done that.
I do have one question. Have we only noticed floors being discolored, or have walls and ceilings also?
I would. It's just difficult for me to show it. I would say that it probably has extended on the walls.
And ceilings?
The ceilings, probably not. Or maybe there's maybe a wee bit, but like.
Okay, so yeah, because if it didn't extend onto walls, then what I was going to suggest is perhaps where there were footsteps. But because it did, then ray or breath weapon does.
That's what I'm thinking, but not sure I know of any creature that could do that.
Perhaps one.
What one?
I don't know if I would.
Oh.
I don't want to metagame it.
Well, you can ask me if you wish.
Would I know about the various types of rays that a beholder, or even that a beholder exists?
I mean,
I can make a history.
yeah, I know what you mean about. I know what you mean about metagaming, but yeah, I mean, you can roll history to think of any creatures that you think could do that sort of thing, whether it's a beholder or not, would be confirmed.
Rolling doubles today.
Yeah, I mean, you know of beholders, because you've asked about them. You know that they have particular eye stalks which could do that sort of thing. I mean, a ray could come from all sorts of things. It could come from, like, say, like a wand. It could come from some like magical ability. It could come from a natural ability to sort of affect. I mean, it really could be anything. It's kind of where you're at with it. There's a whole range of options of things that can do something like this.
So there are other creatures, though, that could have ability that might petrify.
Yeah. I mean, there's creatures, but there's also the humanoid element to it as well. Just like how in the real world people can do lots of different things. Something which is an intelligent creature could have done this. That is an option.
Not me.
Yes, but maybe so. But yes.
Yeah. The last thing I'd like to investigate real quick is to see if there are any tracks or marks along the ground, especially where it might have needed to pass in order. Here in front of the door, if there are any tracks or.
So when you say tracks or marks, what exactly is it you're looking for? Is this still to do with like a ray, or is this to do for like movement of
Movement
some sort of a creature?
Movement and footprint that aren't human or humanoid.
Okay. you can make an investigation check. Looking around this area, this like the ground here is well trodden. This is the main thoroughfare. This estate, as I described last time, is really just the stable and the 2 buildings you see. So, and then really beyond the edges of the map is kind of the walls and then the exit. So it's really sort of, there's mud. It's really well trodden, and it's been a number of weeks. So you can't really pick up anything in terms of anything which seems fresh seems to be either your own footprints. There's maybe a few which indicate you to be from like a horse's like hooves.
Unfortunately, any all right, that's all I wanted to.
All right. Right, what did you want to do now? If you're happy enough with your investigation, are you wanting to go to the next day or?
Well, did we want to assist the other party in tracking down Basilisk?
Yeah, so just a reminder is that they did say that they had information of a basilisk within the area.
Bringing down, not bringing down.
I mean, if we're not gonna do anything else, then we might as well. Like, if we don't have other leads, we might as well do it.
And if it's not the culprit, it's still a dangerous creature to be so close to civilization. Still a good deed.
All right. Well, so in what form are you going to do that? I mean, obviously, this other party in the way of Galandan, he had proposed that it was a basilisk that could have done this, and that through his own abilities as a druid, he was able to ascertain from the sort of surrounding environs, the wildlife there, that it was a basilisk, that there is a basilisk present in the area. So I mean, are you going to approach them about that, or?
Approach. They had said that they were going to take care of the basilisk in order to try and break whatever spell. Curse, whatever. Offer.
Well, is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Okay, well, what I'm intimating is, please proceed to do that.
Oh.
if that is what you are wishing to do. You don't need my permission. You can do whatever you want.
Again.
As you do that, the green dragonborn turns their head and basically it gives it a sort of look of revulsion towards you.
What about the Triton? Is he no smiles from him?
The dragon just looks up. He's kind of neutral on the whole thing.
Oh, I thought me and him were going to be besties.
And as you say that, Pharrell, not. I did
Pharrell
change this
Williams?
last Pharrell Williams. Yes, Pharrell. I'm tempted to fucking re-roll a new name right now. Their literal surname is Skarsborough, so I'm going to start saying Skarsborough if you wish. Pharrell Skarsborough looks around and says, "Yes, I presume that your conclusions were the same as ours."
I'd say inconclusive, but yes.
Mm.
We understand you're going to go and tackle this basilisk. It's a dangerous creature. We're just wanting to offer our help.
The green dragonborn, Brixton, speaks up at this point, and he says, he starts speaking to Pharrell, and he says, "Yes, but like, they are aware that this is our task, and the money is ours. All the reward is ours." And Pharrell turns to you and says, "He is correct. As to remind, we were appointed for this task. I appreciate you may have had involvement, but this is our duty now. We will take whatever rewards are given. So I don't know why you'd wish to seek to do such things, but if it's something that you're proposing to do yourselves, that is fine. Just as long as you're aware of that." And everybody sort of like around their table sort of nods. And at this point, Knessos, who's the Triton, he speaks up and he says, we have our own interests, our mouths to feed. I hope you understand." And Galandan sort of nods his head. He says, "We can bring this to a conclusion. I don't think," and then Knessos says, "I don't think that surely we've been tasked towards this, but obviously if you were involved yourselves, that your help is appreciated, and we perhaps you could get something out of this." As he's saying this, Brixton, the green dragonborn, is kind of scowling at him. He hates you guys. So he says, "We can't vouch. We can vouch for you, but it's not our call in terms of what you get out of this."
Yeah, that's all we can ask for.
That'll work.
Well, at that point, Pharrell says, "Yes. Well, we're intending to leave in the morning. Galandan knows the way to the cave where this creature is located, and we should hopefully make quick work of it."
Yeah, the 8 of us together.
Yeah. Alrighty. And then at that point,
Before I go to bed, I'm going to say good night to Perixin especially. Good night, Perixin. Sleep well.
you die in your sleep, which is D100 time. D100 time.
Oh, yeah.
As everyone rolled their D100s, as you should roll your D100s, and Knessos, the Triton, he pulls out a pan flute and starts making like a little tune on the pan flute. And he starts playing like a little tune, and the table starts to even Prixon, who seems to be a bit of a prick, living up to his name, is they are all sort of like tapping along on the table as he's sort of playing like a little jaunty number. No one has died in their sleep yet. And yes, it's up to you how you wish to spend your night. This other party seems to spend their time sort of sitting around chatting, listening, playing music. You can choose to. Sorry, go
Shall
on.
we show these guys how to rock, Mr. Grumble?
Well, you would never ask.
Natural one.
I play my approximation of the Siegen anthem that we heard earlier, that I've never heard before.
Well, you have heard it. You've heard it. Right, you're trying to transpose from what you heard. And
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull out my bagpipes and do some jazzy improvisations along with that.
Grumble is absolutely hateful character. He says, "Actually, I've got perfect pitch," and,
I'm actually. Can you not do that?
No, I meant no. I meant for like the theme. It's like I heard it once. I know every note on that.
It's actually I've got eidetic memory and phonetic memory. So, in fact, I actually wrote this before I was born. So, take notes.
Well, let's just do Kinesos' his performance. His performance is on the pamphlet isn't great. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Can't even recognize the tune.
Grumble comes in, starts drowning him out.
Here I go.
So I like walk over and I take the pan flute off him and I'm like, "Are you trying to do this?"
So at this point, Kinesos he's looking slightly delighted, but he's also kind of like, like he's sort of dropping like his pamphlet sort of down, and as he's watching you guys do this, and like your performance starts to kind of take over instead of his.
I'm feeling a very like Harry Potter Draco Malfoy relationship.
Yeah.
Potter.
That's probably more from Prixon, but no, you can roll an insight if you wish. I mean, you kind of get the impression that your performance is better, so he's just kind of stepping aside for you to play.
Oh.
I mean, your kind of impression is that you can make a history roll as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Triton, and Tritons are people from under the sea, and they don't necessarily know the customs here for sort of... the impression you kind of get is this guy, on the basis of his attire, he could be a bard, and perhaps bards under that sea is different than above land. So he's just kind of stepping aside to let you guys take the lead, as opposed to being like at like an ensemble.
Yeah. I hand him a sheet and I'm like, we're in the key of F sharp minor. It goes from chord 1 to 7 to 3. And then I like the structure and as if I expect him to understand notation.
He looks at you and says, "I don't speak Spanish, Baxter."
And I'm just like pointing like where we are, and I'm like, "Come on."
Yeah, we'll see if he can.
All right, I'm gonna start.
He kind of looks clueless at it. Notation is clearly different under the sea.
Right. Do I know any sea shanties from Triton lore?
You know the Jurassic Park theme on accordion or concertina.
I don't know. I'll play some Triton music and see if he gets it. Make him feel included.
Yeah, I mean, if you do that, if you have a Triton repertoire, that's up to you. But
There
then
once was a fishy.
from a fair city of Dishy.
I,
Whose name was Molly Malone for some reason. But
bubbles and muscles.
he's triggered by this.
What are you trying to say?
You're trying to say, a fucking shell boy. So,
Who do you think you are? Get out of my home.
So you guys do this throughout the night, and then there's plenty of locations. The rest, you're able to get your long rest in case there's anything you need to replenish. And then morning comes, and as morning comes, you guys find yourselves out on the street, and this other party is there with Galandan at the head, and I am correct in saying you 100% are going with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Galandan's at the head, and Pharrell says, "We're taking Galandan's lead here. He's going to be able to lead us to this cave as to where this basilisk is hiding, and we can put this whole matter to bed. We can get our money, and you guys can get whatever you are wishing to get out of this." So,
Sounds good.
right now, how am I going to do this? So I'm just going to assemble everyone here. Not you. Where you guys at? All right. I don't know if there's music on this, but I'll be back in a wee second. My drink needs fulfilled, and we can take up the next part.
Music, but there is sound.
Well, there's a nice little melody back in the background there.
I feel like leaving town and going into like the forest needs to be like Diablo 2 Rogue Encampment into the Cold Plains, or not Cold Plains, whatever it is, Bloodmoor. Boom, 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 boom. With like the rain in the background. Mm-hmm.
Too many years, I don't remember it. I think the last time I played D2 was probably 2009.
Yeah, I've spent too many years playing it, so.
Picked up D2R a few weeks ago. All that.
It's a very solid remake.
So, hopefully you guys can see okay.
Yep.
Let me just check the lighting on this map. There you go. So, you guys have been led to this location with Galandan in the lead. This being Galandan. And you guys walked for probably about 30 minutes, and after about 30 minutes, Galandan, you seen them sort of do this sort of um, movement with his hands and sort of muttering, and sort of a squirrel came down from a tree, and he started speaking to this squirrel. And do you guys, some of you may know what this is. I mean, speak with animals. I mean, it's probably pretty clear. But you sort of see this sort of squeaking between Galandan and the squirrel, and basically the squirrel sort of then disappears into the tree, and Galandan says, "Rowan, it's not too far now," and he leads you to this location here. So is there any investigation you guys want to do here? The other party is kind of just sort of looking around and then sort of chatting amongst themselves.
So these patches of stone on the ground, are they like the gray earth that we had found at the manor, or are they actual stone?
They appear to be it's just a stone on the ground.
And have we, along this travel, encountered it?
In the short distance, no. Nothing. I mean, you might have seen bare stone just like occasionally about the place, but like in terms of what you've seen at the estate, in terms of like the people and the surfaces on the ground, no. All right. Does anybody else have anything to do that they wish to do?
Don't have
I
enough
just
to say? The phrases of wisdom?
Well, it's like my mum used to say. The ground is grey, the trees are green.
Grumble's mom knows how to flick the bean.
It's not a song. I was homeschooled, is what I'm saying. That was part of natural
That was the
enlightenment,
national
I believe you call
curriculum.
that class.
Grumble's mum.
Well, Evan, you were saying something.
Well-
yeah, just can I just roll a nature check, just in general regarding basilisks? What I know, are they solitary creatures? Would there be sort of a pack of them?
Do they get lonely at night?
They need some company.
Some lethal company?
Roll credits. You mean you can roll if that's what you want to try and investigate. Nature is probably what I did.
Okay.
I mean, you don't know. Is probably the long and short of it. They seem like reptiles. They could come out of an egg. More than one egg, probably. They presume that they have, parents. So it's hard to know as to how they live when they're in adulthood. If this thing's in adulthood, adolescence, you just don't know.
Okay. Cap, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I think just before we go in, if that's what happens, I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good. I'll paste it in. So I don't know if it applies or not, but I figure I might as well.
Okay.
I might as well do that. So if anything there applies, my intent is to cast that like before we go in. Obviously, the blocked by 1 foot of stone is gonna potentially come into play, but we may at least know what's kind of going on.
Yes. That's actually interesting. Let me just see. Okay.
Good thing I prepped that spell last night.
Okay. You do so?
Yeah.
So this other party is kind of then looking round at you, and Pharrell, the Red Dragonborn, says, "We're ready to go in. We're gonna go without you if you're not ready. So come as you wish." And she is going to lead the way in the cave, followed by probably that order. I'm pretty sure. Let me just triple check. No, apologies. That order. So they start to disappear inside. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them in.
I follow right behind Evan.
All right. You should all want to go in. You don't need to move the map. So
Yeah.
Single
you should all
file.
go in.
Hide our numbers.
Okay.
We're doing a 2-party raid. This is so.
Remember, no blasters, hard ammunition.
And
Yes.
fire off.
No disintegrations.
This place is dark.
I don't even.
So in the bottom. Let me just
See nothing.
yeah, you probably because there's you probably see now.
Yep.
Okay, that's because this guy's lit a torch. So Knessos has lit a torch. Yeah, you don't see anything because it's darkness and none of you have dark vision. I'm
Good old
pretty sure.
Nightcrawler.
There's a Nightcrawler. He's lit a torch. So you guys see what you can see.
I still can't see myself. I don't.
Do a focus
I
ping.
went all the way to the.
How do you do focus ping again?
Right click where you want to focus ping, and then that.
Oh, here. There you go. There used to be a shortcut to it. But anyway, yeah, so you guys are there. You see what you see. You're in this cave. This is probably about 30 feet into the cave. You see these sort of vine structures going along the ground, and you see these sort of statue figures. This one's missing or it seems to have chunks out of it. And similar for this one.
Can I just go ahead and light a torch as well? If you don't mind giving some light.
Yeah. I'm just gonna triple check. Oh, right, okay. I don't know if I've done. Sorry, I need to. Sorry, yeah, I can see. Let me. I can't remember how this works since they changed it. I can't remember if it's like 40-20 or it's 20-20. I can't remember.
2025.
I think it's 2020 is what you.
Yeah, it's just for the dim light because I don't know if it was 40 total or yeah, I can't remember. It was 40 dim and then 20 bright. I can't remember what way it was done.
I think the dim now adds on to the.
Okay. Because yeah, they might have changed that. All right, you have a torch yourself, so you've lifted the torch out.
And I'd like to use that to inspect the person right here who I believe had bites taken out of them, missing pieces.
Okay.
However,
So as you're doing that, this other party are kind of just making their way through. Yeah, if you want to stop and investigate, that's fine.
are they actually petrified, or is it the same condition?
Roll investigation. I mean, looking at them, it looks quite similar. But you see that say there is sort of bites out. If you move your hand over them, it seems to be like a real more marbly sort of stone effect, as opposed to a sort of discolor fleshy effect.
Not the same.
Anything else?
Just confirming.
I'm gonna come up. Do the chunks taken out? Does it look like there's Does it look like bites taken out?
I mean, I would. Well, you can make a investigation or maybe like a medicine check.
Go for investigation.
I mean, there's chunks clearly carved out of them. You can't really decipher. You know, I mean, I would say that it's probably easy enough to deduce is that there's a sort of scooping sort of motion, so it appears like a bite of some sort. I would say even with a 5, you could probably work that out.
Okay.
This other party is making their way forward.
I'm gonna follow them. So
Do you want me to include? If you're just following them, do you want me to include you in their movement? We're not in the turn
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah, for the time being, like 10 feet back.
Alright, so
You know
like
what I mean?
here.
Just 5 feet in between.
Yeah, like here. Okay.
And I don't know if you put light on me, but I have light cast
Okay,
to
that's
provide light. I'll
10.
paste it.
It's 10 and 10, I think. Oh, it's 2020. Same as a torch. Alright. What do you cast that on?
You know, I'm supposed to have a shield, but I don't see it in my inventory. So, I cast that on my my mace.
You can fire shield in. If you're meant to have one, fire it in.
I think I'm supposed to have one.
It's
If
probably
not,
when
I
I've done your shield over, I might
I
have.
could have bought one. So I'll have it on my shield,
Alright, no worries.
and I just keep my shield out for shits and giggles.
Alrighty. So they're going to continue moving while you guys are sort of investigating, and then you're 5 feet behind. We'll call that 5 feet behind here. As you go, Cap, you see that these sort of vines are sort of extending round this cavern. The rest of you guys who are down looking at this individual, what do you want to do now? Go to this music end.
I'm gonna move on and follow behind them.
All right. Are you just catching up the Cap, or?
Catching up
Yeah.
the cat.
All right. So, Caps, you see the rest of the guys appear. They continue making their way around.
No, not the spell shield.
Are you just continue to following them?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep on going.
All right. You see these vines are continuing around. And they're going to continue around to here. So you're seeing like more of these individuals appear. I appreciate this is in the wrong order.
Any
Do you
more
see
Sorry.
just to say, you see them continue around and they've stopped, and you're following them around, you see another individual here. These vines are continuing around.
Are they missing chunks as well, or?
Yeah, these ones appear to be in a bit more, like in a worse condition. There's like, maybe parts of like their torsos gone. There's sort of like a lot of sort of debris sort of lying around. Sort of the ground around them. And so basically anything from sort of the waist kind of down, legs, lower torso, feet, they're all kind of seem in parts to be missing. Though they're such that they're able to be standing. So
What is on the floors? Like
yeah, so that's the vine. Those are the
Okay.
vines, but just seem to be kind of connecting through from the entrance. Yeah. So, this other party's gonna make their way in to this room. I would say you hear in a loud enough voice because you're following behind. You hear Burrell here in the front whisper, "I don't see anything." And she's gonna move in to here. So it's up to you guys what you want to do now. I'm not gonna move you.
I'm gonna come up to about here. Is that all I can see in that little room?
You see what you see. A lot of vines dispersed about. There seems to be other individuals. We seem to be more deteriorated from the other ones you've seen. These ones aren't standing. These ones just seem to have kind of. There's seems to be people, but they're kind of like missing like full legs. Just partial torsos. Sometimes the head. I think in this one maybe part of the head's missing. You can see. or it looks to be that way.
I go up to one of them. Is there any way I can sort of check if it looks as though this person was petrified here or if they were dragged in?
How would you want to investigate that?
See if there's any sort of drag marks nearby or anything towards this area.
Okay, so it's investigation.
Okay.
So this individual is quite badly deteriorated, and the ground is quite. I mean, it's pretty covered in vines in this area. You don't see anything which would indicate to you that they were dragged. You don't know. It's inconclusive.
Okay. I'm gonna stay here for the time being and wait for the party to catch up or move on.
What about the rest of you guys? What do you want me to do?
I'm moving in further.
Something about this doesn't feel right. I'm actually watching back towards.
Okay. So, as you do that, this other party, they're going to start to split up, and they're going to start to move around. Perixon pushes past you, Grumble and Evan.
Wow.
And is beginning to sort of look around. Perixon says, you hear him call out, "There's a few holes around here. Perhaps it's there." And he points out locations. He points out a location here, here, and he says there's a few other smaller holes as well.
I'll move up to one of the ones that, not all the way up, but like the one that he's pointing out here.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so how big is this hole?
It's a small hole, and there seems to be like a sort of, kind of like stones and sort of dirt, which are located around this sort of hole.
So like displaced dirt.
Yeah. If you want to make a investigation check.
Yeah.
So, you see that like there's markings on the ground, which appears to be that something's come through here from somewhere else.
So it came in. It looks like it came into this room.
Correct.
Yeah.
In or out.
Okay, I point that out, and I kind of just, so like, even though they pointed these holes out, I'm going to be like, hey, Evan, and like, hey, my party, come look at this. It looks like someone, so like, I'm just ignoring, I'm using their information, but kind of ignoring that they're, because they ignore us, so.
Okay.
I say, hey, it looks like something is using this hole. I think he's right.
Good ice cap.
And you can see like behind you, person coming. He's trying to like kind of push through and look.
I'm gonna try to body block him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
I'm just waiting for a fight to break out. Like, I don't want to start the fight, but like,
See, what level are these guys?
I didn't think he meant with them, but yeah.
No, but just they're the
you
only
know,
ones
if
here.
it comes
so.
to it.
As I said, I'm keeping an eye back toward the entrance. Something about walking into a large single entrance cave with nobody watching our back doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. And as you're doing that, as usual, the rest of you guys are kind of looking at the hole. I presume Grumble, you're looking at the hole.
Mhm.
What are you doing, Grumble?
I'm kind of like peeking over the shoulder of the other guys.
All right, so because you're not there, so that's fine. You're like
hear them.
if you're there, that's okay. Right. So as you're doing that, you guys just suddenly hear a loud like cry and like a noise, and you look around and this sort of like vine-like creature has like grabbed onto Pharrell and it's like the bit not grabbed onto them, but it's like slashing them with like these sort of like long sort of like thorn like vine whips. And I think it's time we roll initiative. What? 9, -9, -8, -7, -6, -5, -4, minus... We got Hulk.
You were the one waiting for a fight.
Yeah.
Apparently not enough.
You're too busy bullying Prixus. You're just like shoving him out of the way.
Didn't even realize.
And you're not the slowest.
Hooray!
You are
So,
in the
based
middle
on-
for the net.
Based on my detect evil and good spell, I can assume this is not an undead.
Correct.
Yeah.
This was not picked up by your spell.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Oh, Jesus, these are bad rolls. Right, are they on the thing? Oh, they are. Right, let me sort these. I'm gonna write this out. Like that. All right. At the top of the turn order is Cap. So Cap, you hear this, and you turn around, seeing that this creature, sort of plant monster, has appeared. In fact, actually, I think I have a photo of it.
Does it say "Feed me, Seymour"?
It kind of does, almost. Yeah, I did think of that. This sort of like viney, at least from your standing, looks like a sort of like dragon-esque, sort of vine-like plant creature.
I kind of want to keep it as a pet.
This thing's larger than you. So, maybe tall, but the thing's bigger.
I mean, the good
So-
news is we know it's not made of stone
Oh yes, let me
I'm-
change the
because
let me
it's made
change
of
the music.
grass.
Let me change the music.
Have a very tranquil fight.
Sorry.
I'm gonna cast Bless.
It's not a person.
So it's the three of us that are here.
The three of you here.
Yeah.
So that includes Prixon.
No, 1, 2, 3.
So
I can
can't see
cast
it.
it on myself.
Cap, Rumble, and
Oh, yourself. Oh, right. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Strong. But we'll say this is Bless.
Nice.
Right. Do you cast Bless?
And I'm gonna move, I guess, here.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Frank, from behind you in the chamber, you hear this sort of like shouting noise.
Mm-hmm. And as I look over, I do fairly clearly see Plant Mom. Assuming that there's light in there, which could be.
I'm not sure why the past parts of the cave were illuminated.
That's I don't know either.
Let me just look at the lighting options. I'm not sure myself because it's not actually on. I would say it's probably coming from Kinesos. So you see what you see, and you have your own light. This is what I mean. I don't think the lighting options are right.
Move into here. 30. Do these vines appear to be connected
Oh, wait a
to the
minute.
creature?
Let me just check your light here. Do these vines appear to be connected to the creature? You can make a perception check, but it's going to be your action.
Sure.
Yeah, looking around, I mean, you see there's vines everywhere. Some of them do go to the creature. As to whether they're specifically connected, you're unclear.
Alright. That would be my turn.
All right. So, this is where it's going to get difficult for me here.
DM, am I in the turn order? Just realized I can't see myself on the wee thing on the side.
I think he has the turn order written down on paper.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're actually not on my turn order even written down.
Oh,
I mean, where you at?
he was a 6.
I think
Well, you were
should be
16.
he should actually be above me, I think.
Yeah. It's because you didn't click your token, right? You can go
Oh,
now.
sorry.
But,
Okay.
you might not have known that. Yeah, you can just go now. Before I do anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. I've got you in for next time.
I don't know how to do the measurement. Is 30 feet, am I able to get to that?
Yeah, on the measurement, it's just a ruler on the left-hand side of your screen.
Or while you're dragging your token, you can hit Q.
Yeah, I'll be able to make it. I'm going to rage.
Okay.
I'm going to run up to this thing and two-handed attack. Let me see if where's right there. Two-handed battle axe. 18
What's a hit?
for 8.
Oh, right. All right, that's a hit. What type of damage is your battle axe?
Slashing.
Thank you. All right. Apologies for missing you out. It's
Worries.
in the it's Pharrell's turn. Pharrell, let me just see here. So Pharrell is grappled and is going to try and escape the grapple on their turn. And Worms tries to kind of lash out and is unable to do so. White dice. Flashback wants to open. I'll do me. Oh. Okay. Pharrell's looking pretty hurt.
So,
That's their turn. It's Prixon's turn. Prixon is going to then move and is going to cast. That was for me. Didn't mean to do that. It's going to cast Healing Word. Where have my dice gone? There's one here. And they're gonna heal back. Then Knasos' turn. Knasos is going to move. Oh, recommendation: don't have this many NPCs in your game. They're going to cast Vicious Mockery for 1. It was like, get off, you planty bitch, is what they say. And
Oh, this takes me back now.
yeah.
Triton Bard?
Yeah, well, yes, it's kind of worked out that way. We see, and they're gonna have to make a.
Does he know Fireball?
No.
No, it's water ball.
Yeah, so it's gonna take 1 damage. Somehow this plant looks offended. Right. It's the plant's turn. The plant lets out this sort of like noise. I've got
Mild indigestion.
I can't do voices. Right, no more voices. And
This is a text adventure now.
it's a text adventure. And because of the player's insolence, another one appears. And this other one is gonna move. To here. This one is standing here. Okay. This creature is going. This one up here is going to use. It's just going to start thrashing violently, and there's tons of tendrils. Vines are blasting out from things thrashing around. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please, Evan?
Yeah.
And Knessos is going to make one. Or sorry,
You get
Knessos,
to roll an additional d4 for that saving throw.
Okay, I'll need it.
is going to... How long does that last? How long does guidance last?
It's bless. It's
Oh,
1
yeah.
minute.
Oh, you're blessed. Oh, sorry, you're blessed. You cast. Sorry, apologies. Right. So
8 total for my dex save.
yes. Right. Okay. For let's go. Their deck save. Yeah, they're able to save. Right. You take 6 piercing damage, Evan, as this thing lashes out against you, starts like grinding these sort of like thorny vines against your body. Well, it's going to take 3. All right, that's their turn. Grumble, it's now your turn. This one's appeared up beside you. Oh, sorry. Just before I do that, as the vines lash out, this individual here, who is this sort of stony form, as the vines flash against them, they basically this person was standing. It cracks against them and they begin to crumble. So this individual is just like now like basically being beaten apart. It's sort of separated into their constituent stone parts, if you will. Apologies, Grumble. Now it is your turn.
All right, I guess I'll tackle the one close to me then, and assume people will come and help. So I'll rage. Just smack him up. Yep, I don't have any elemental stuff, so reckless attack. And here we go. It's time for a trip to the mall. I assume 22 hits.
It hits, yeah.
Yeah, so 10.
Yep.
The
Ready?
bless isn't. It's for like attack, right? So okay, that's fine.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm not super expansive at level 2.
All right.
I as free action, I pet the stone spider snake.
It's a plant.
Plant snake.
All right. It's Galandan's turn.
Gundam.
Gundam is going to cast magic missile, and he's going to target this one and then this one. So 2 magic. It's an automatic hit. So 2 missiles fly out and hit this one. 1 hits this one. So the one, I'll just calculate that. Right, okay. So okay, so this one's blasted by 2 and it sort of recoils and lets out this sort of frog-like sort of croaking sound as it's hit. The one hits this and it also lets out a sound of pain. And that's their turn. So we're back at the top of the turn order. Cap, it is your turn. We probably should have done Dex just to see who goes first, but yeah. Cap, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna move 5, 10. Move here,
Mm-hmm.
and I will attack this thing. 1 sec. Right. Mace attack for 8 bludgeoning.
8 plus. Alright. Yep. Let me just see here. Oh. What was your attack? Sorry, I should have mentioned this at the time. Grumble, what was your attack? What damage?
do
Type
you
of
mean,
damage?
10 damage.
What type of damage?
Bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And what's your type of damage, Cap?
Bludgeoning.
Okay. I can let you retcon yours if you wish, but as you do bludgeoning damage, you find that it's not as effective as you might think it was. Grumble. I'll let you take that back if you wish, or you can do your damage cap.
I mean, I could do dagger damage, and so like I could use my dagger instead.
It depends whether it hits, though.
I mean, it was the same roll.
Okay.
So I mean, it's 4 damage. I'm probably not going to do. My dagger damage is minimum 4 damage, so I'll just pretend that I did that. So it's all good. I'll continue as is.
All right. You find the bludgeoning damage is inefficient.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, wait. What type of damage is dagger damage?
Dagger damage.
Dagger is going to be piercing, I think. So,
Is that what you want to choose to do? Is that what you want to choose to do?
So, yeah, I'll just. Do you want me to reroll the attack?
No, if it's the same thing, I'll allow you to do it. Sorry, I should have done this.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Basically, the point
So-
is that I'm telling Sound Grumble is that his attack was inefficient. You've
Yeah.
obviously made your attack.
So 6 piercing damage with dagger damage instead of the 8 bludgeoning.
You find that it's also not the best.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I'm trying
And
to make this work.
And I relay that. It's not working great.
It seems that you're doing damage to it, but like it's not as effective as what you would normally expect. You're just basically chopping leaves sort of off this thing, or piercing leaves off it.
Yeah.
And a Grumble, I would say your attack, you can see that like you're basically brushing through it.
Yeah.
But like you're not. It's not as effective as you think.
So far, it looks like the axe went through it pretty well. Because I would have been watching that. So that's about all so far.
Right. Is there anything else?
No.
All right. Evan, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to reckless attack, so that is with advantage. That's 20.
That's a hit.
That's 13 slashing, 2 rage.
Okay, so it's 15 total. Right, okay. All right. As you do this, you can tell me how it dies.
Ooh. I'm just going to slash the vines that are still holding Pharrell, and then just cut it down to size, just like a sideways strike.
All right. So as you do that, Pharrell drops to the ground, prone. So we'll say that's prone. And this thing is lying dead on the ground. All right, nice. Let me just check something here.
I go look at Pharrell and say, I loved NERD.
Yeah, what?
NERD. It's Pharrell's old band.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, NERD. Yeah. I had to rack my memory for that one, but I remember. Let me see. Oh, no. Where'd it go? All right, it's their turn. It's Pharrell's turn. They're going to stand up. Oh, sorry, let me just clear this guy.
What about Gronk?
Oh, sorry, Thronk. Sorry, it's your turn. Sorry, it's just because I've written Evan in and he's on the side here. Sorry. Right, Thronk, it's your turn. Sorry, apologies.
No problem. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 is as close as I can get. So it's all I've got to really do at this distance. Hand crossbow against the remaining one. Oh,
That's a
yeah.
miss. It blasts out, flaps into the leaves, and nothing seems to happen. And this creature doesn't seem to react.
That's my turn.
All right. Right, I'm going to do a few of their turns till it's Grumble's turn. Grumble can think about what he's wanting to do, then I go to the bathroom. So, right, it's Pharrell's turn. Pharrell's going to stand up. I'm going to move that. Let me see. I don't know if it's actually her turn. Just 3. Yeah. You're going to cast Lost like crossbow attack on the other one, which is a hit. Or 5 piercing doesn't seem to be as effective. Okay. Then it's Knasos' turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What are you going to do? I'd say they probably don't go there. They probably cast Vicious Mockery again. Which is a fail. And then it's this creature's turn. It's going to lash out violently again. So I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from. Oh, jeez. Right.
Oh, geez, Rick.
No, I didn't mean. Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah. So Cap, Throng. I'm going to need to do Galandan, Grumble, Knossos, and Brixton. So do those. I'll be back in a second.
Cap, do you think a 10's enough, or do you want me to add to it?
I don't know.
I can give you a +4. 1d4, I mean, plus 1d4.
I don't know.
All right.
Did
Well, I
that
assume
also
I'm
hit?
fine, so
Crumble. Yeah.
yeah, I think we can probably put it where we need it.
I
Yeah.
have an 8 field.
Right, so we don't know if a 10 would be... 10 seems
Yeah.
really low.
10's a little low. If you can give me a flat 4, that's probably a success.
It's not a flat 4, it's a 1d4.
Oh, yeah. It's probably better than 10. If it's worth it. I don't remember what happened. Is it grapple? Or
Potentially.
restrain?
It's like a shoots out a bunch of tendrils. It's
Mhm.
piercing damage.
Oh, right, it's damage, yeah.
Make sure.
No. Don't do it. Because...
Oh, actually, it doesn't
Let me
apply
read-
to, it
let me
doesn't apply
read-
to saving
let me-
throws, sorry.
oh, okay. That's fine.
Okay. So. How many did we do? Nine. Okay. Down. And... And let's do. Okay. So Cap Fields.
Okay. Is that an attack?
Yes.
Okay. Then I am going to use my Wrath of the Storm.
Is that a reaction?
Yes.
Okay.
So the creature needs to make a Dex saving throw. And it would be a DC 12.
And it got a 14.
Okay. So it takes half of 2d8. So it takes 4 lightning damage.
Okay. Explain what this is and what it looks like.
So basically, if I get hit and from right next to me, I just channel some lightning from my god, and it just shoots back out at the attacker.
All
So
right, cool.
they attack, and it's just like they get this massive lightning shock.
All right, cool. That's fine. And that's what happens. In this instance, this is going over you as well. It's nothing mechanically, but just for clarification, is that this is going beyond everyone. So it's within 10 feet. Just in case that's relevant in the future.
Yep.
Right. So.
How much damage was that? Or did you say?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
So. It's a 5 damage, piercing damage to yourself, Cap, and it's 5 to Brixton.
Let me roll con save.
So everybody else is halved. Yep. So it's 2 to everybody else.
And I saved.
So that's 2 to you, Grumble.
So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And now, Grumble, it is your turn.
I can switch to my javelin without taking an action, right?
You can lift it out, but it is within melee range of you. I appreciate that might have a melee attack, but
I mean, I can use my hand axe.
I think javelin maybe does have. Does it have a melee attack?
Range 30 to 120.
It might, but it's also going to be piercing.
Yeah. Well, my hand axe is slashing.
You want the hand axe.
All right. Okay. I'll switch to my hand axe then.
Or your regular weapon, and it's resistant. But
Right. I mean, so I lose a d6 from compared to the maul switching to hand axe. So yeah.
Real difference.
No, yeah. Instead of 1d6, instead of 2d6, it's 1d6. So it's basically the same. So I'll commit to the maul. So here we go. Batter up.
But your maul's bludgeoning damage.
It is bludgeoning damage. That is correct.
Okay.
So I've got bless, correct?
No
Do we know what the AC is?
Just
So
go ahead
I'm going to
and roll
use
it.
bless.
Don't metagame it, my boys. You're attacking this creature.
Oh my gosh. There's a 6. Yep. What?
I'm about to tell you.
16.
Wouldn't it be? Uh-oh.
That's a
I
hit.
am recklessly attacking still.
That's a hit. It's a hit.
Right. Does a 15 hit?
Mm-hmm. 13 hits.
13 hits? Hooray. All right. So 11 halved, or whatever the calculation is.
Your rage damage is separate from the
That's a good
damage
point,
type.
actually. Does rage count as a damage type?
I would assume so, yes. It's specified as a different damage
It's
type.
a
so
global
I would-
damage modifier of 2, but
Yes. So
all right. So 9 halved. or
I'm
whatever.
ruling it if there's a resistance to damage, that
Two
rage
rage
is
damage.
separate.
All right.
Okay. All right. It's then it's Donald's turn. He is going to cast a spell, potentially. If I can get a sheet open. Hmm. Yeah, Burning Hands might hit one of you guys. Does he like you that much, though?
Do you love me?
I'll not be a dick. He's not a dick. He's going to cast Magic Missile again.
Smart.
Sorry, excuse me, I didn't mean to be timing. He knows that spell. Surprise.
No, I mean, he's a furball. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that came up, because actually it was hitting the eye, not the space bubble, but okay. He's going to cast Magic Missile. Surprise, there's Magic Missile. Oh, it's dark, I can't see the dice. Oh, jeez, these are bad rolls. It takes 9 damage. It was all 2 ones. Right, so 3 missiles blast out into this creature. And that's it. It seems to roar in pain and recoil slightly, but seems to still be up. So, Um. Hmm. You guys are all looking towards. No, I'll not even say that. Everybody make actually. Well, I'll be nice. Everybody make a perception check, please.
Hyper focus. Fixing.
Evan, you see this clearly. Cap, you maybe hear a sound, so it's slightly different for you. Evan, as you kill this sort of plant creature, you look over and you see there's like a still a small hole, and this creature is sort of scuttling out of it, and is sort of looking around. And Cap, you hear the sort of just over everything. You seem to be kind of focused on attacking this thing, but you can also hear the sort of sound, the sort of scraping of dirt. You don't know how you pick it up. Nobody else seems to notice it, but you notice it, and it seems to be coming from the to the left of you, maybe about 20 feet or so, slightly behind you. Nobody else seems to notice it.
I know what this is.
Okay.
Will it wait for my turn?
So
We'll wait for your turn.
Okay.
here.
Yeah, there. You can just probably about make it out.
Yeah, I can see a token. Yeah.
Yeah. God bless the column lighting. Right. So. Okie dokie. So this thing is gonna move. Oh Jesus! I didn't realize this guy was so good. As you're looking at this creature, Evan, suddenly, Pharrell, this creature runs up to Pharrell. You see her kind of separated by this thing. You're kind of looking between, sort of like. I don't think. To be fair, actually, I think this one it's probably on the ground. So you're looking at Pharrell. You see this creature run up, and suddenly, you see her drop to the ground.
Jesus.
That's its turn. Cap, it's your turn. What are you doing?
One second. I need to read Warcaster again. Come on. I didn't want to print. Thank you. just attack this guy with my mace, because I don't feel like taking damage.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yes.
10.
Would you like an extra D4?
Sure.
Go for it. From perfect plan.
So 12.
12 hits.
Okay.
If you didn't do that, you were fucked. So
7 bludgeoning.
I've always
So
got
whatever
Alright.
that does.
alrighty. You need to explain how what that is. I've got a plan. Well, what does the plan mean? What does it mean? It's all mechanics. It's not fluid, flowing gameplay.
My plan is I'm 5 feet next to him. I push him forward so then he.
He sticks his face right into its fluffy, leafy.
You just like bump my arm.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. All right. Nice. All right.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Evan, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna shout to the others. There's something here.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna run at it and
Okay.
reckless attack.
Okay. So before you do that, let me move you back.
Okay.
You're running towards it to attack it. That's your intention.
Yeah.
Make a Constitution save and throw, please.
Okay.
Plus a d4.
Uh, 15.
All right. You kind of feel like a sort of like sluggishness start to come over you, but you're able to withstand it.
Okay.
So do as you wish. Now.
Okay. I'm gonna reckless attack. My battle axe for 22.
All right.
Hits.
That's a hit.
Okay. 8 slashing, 2 rage.
To 10. Okay. Alrighty. Anything else?
Do I know what this thing is? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen one before. Is that an action to figure that out?
I would say that if you want to figure it out, you could probably it would probably take a full action because we're in combat.
Right.
So yeah, I was going to allow you with disadvantage, but I don't want to set a slippery slope so down to that.
That's
So yeah, I would say you need to use your action.
So I warned them, and then I shout out, Pharrell's down, and that's my turn.
All right. Oh, you can move yourself here. Where do you want to
Oh
be?
yeah,
'Cause
sorry.
obviously
Beside it, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, because I had to move you back. Just for clarity before anything happens. Right. Bronk, it is now your turn. I remembered.
Mm-hmm. I'm finally close enough. Move in. Take a swing. Good old longsword. 14.
Maybe that's a hit. Thank you. It's a hit.
Or 11.
Nice.
Flash.
Yep, that's pretty good. This thing kind of like you're just basically like cutting leaves out, like sort of these like parts of this plant matter, just sort of like you're cutting your hedge and everything's just flying off it. And this is what this kind of looks like.
And
So
then
parts of this sort of leafy matter are just lying around the ground, starting to float down.
And then I want to use my bonus action to start analyzing this guy.
So you're looking at him?
Yeah, bonus action, any creature within 60 feet you can see.
You're looking at him.
And so what that means is
Are you looking at him?
I'm looking in his direction. Yes.
Make Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
I'm gonna beat you, boys.
Is he looking at me?
Yeah, I've whopped my headphones off my head. He's looking at you.
Fine. There you go.
Yep, fine. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, yes, I've begun analyzing it with combat analysis. And what this means is it now needs to make a intelligence saving throw, DC 15.
You really turn the lights on? Oh yeah, it fills up.
Yep. Okay, so I can now find out. You know what? Let's find out its damage vulnerabilities, if any.
How's none?
No vulnerabilities. Good.
Is that it?
At the end of each turn, I get to do another one. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alrighty.
there's another benefit that will come up if someone goes.
Alrighty. Okay, Pharrell's dying. So what that means is it's the classic. It's his turn. He's going to cast Healing Word on her. That's not good. Well, right. So they're awake now. So Pharrell is awake with hit point. And then actually for up person. So let's do person's turn. Frickson casts Goodberry. Frickson doesn't really have any good attacks. Let me see.
Welcome to Goodberry, home of the Goodberry. Can I take your order?
Frickson doesn't really have any good attacks. They're gonna cast they're gonna come here. Wait, I think they're in range already there. Let me see. Yep, so they're gonna cast Poison Spray. That's a pretty good roll. But no dice. So, let's miss. That was their turn. It's the creature's turn. Okay. It's going to... Okay. So... Let's do it. All right, it's going to so this creature here is going to then lash out at Knessos. It's going to try and direct him, which is a 18, which I'm pretty sure hits. Yeah, it hits. So it hits him for... Hits him for 13 damage. So you see Knessos here is lifted up. He is being grappled by one of like sort of the appendages of this creature. Is lifting him up. He's grappled and he's looking in pretty bad form. Grumble, it's now your turn. My future recommendation is don't have 6 characters to be rolling dice for.
So I'll reckless attack.
All right.
26 for 13 divided by 2 plus 2 damage.
Yeah, this thing's looking pretty beat up. It's like a lot of the sort of leaves are being sort of beat off its body. It's in bad shape. But it's still going. Just about. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Galandan is going to cast Ray of Frost, which is on this guy, which is a hit. 4, 5 cold damage, and he does it. This thing collapses to the ground. That's all it needed, and lets out a sort of like exhale of breath, and it dies. That's his turn. It's then the basilisk's turn. The basilisk is going to let's see what's going on here. It's going. Yeah, I know. I did. It's going to bite. Evan.
Okay. Oh, it will. It'll have advantage as well because I reckless attacked.
It still miss. He misses. That's its turn. So Cap, it's your turn.
All right.
Okay, so here's where we're at. If you're looking at this thing, or towards this thing, you're gonna have to make a saving throw.
What if it's foggy?
Then everybody loses.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's foggy doesn't mean you can see in the fog.
See if I have to.
I mean, arguably, I can't see in the fog either, but, like, you know what I mean? Everybody kind of loses now.
Yeah. Damn it! What the fuck? All right, I gotta reload.
That's right.
So that didn't help. Everything is just extremely zoomed in, so I'm trying to.
Right.
Okay, there we go. It's still not great.
If you want to reload again, I'll be back in a second.
What the heck is going on here? I think that's better. So basically, I just have to turn around, because I don't even know if I know that there's a basilisk there. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Like, I don't want to metagame. I guess I should ask if I know. Because I can always give myself guidance as well. Although that's concentration.
You'd lose less.
Yeah. That's such a weird one to be concentration. But probably so it's not super OP. What does Sacred Flame need? Do I need to be able to see it? Yes. I guess I just gotta brave it, apparently. Unless anyone else has an idea how to approach this thing without.
Run past it as quickly as you can if you succeed.
Yeah, I can't think of a way because I gotta be able to see it, so. Pretty much you gotta be able to see it in order to attack it, unless you close your eyes, attempt to move in the direction, and then attack blindly. So, I'll just roll my con save and we'll see how it goes. That's what it was, right? Constitution save?
Pretty sure, yep.
Yeah.
So, I have no idea what's going on with Roll20 right now. I seem to have made it so that I don't have chat or the left sidebar. I only have the map.
You can
So
shrink
that's-
the sidebar.
I mean, I think I accidentally zoomed everything and then I've been trying to reset it. So let me try a different browser.
Not Edge. Not Edge.
No, I got some version of Firefox. I don't know how old it is.
I love this ominous blue light from Tacos.
Edge these days is just chrome anyway.
Would you like to choose a color?
Like a mushroom.
What color would you like my mushroom to be?
This is a
Red.
very phrasing.
I would like it to be a kind of pinkish color, if you don't mind. Yeah.
I literally haven't touched anything yet.
It was red there for a second.
Yeah, it's
Not-
cycling through colors.
It's not humanoid enough.
Well, let me go. This is red.
Inflamed.
Red rocket, red rocket, red rocket.
Blue, yellow, light blue,
Jaundice, frostbite, frostbite.
white, and then bloom. It'll go through all the colors.
Okay.
I can also just turn the color off.
Pulsating.
Yep.
Lovely.
It's a great wee. Well, I think it's a great wee thing. I've only had it for a day.
All right, so I'm gonna turn towards this thing. I'll roll my con save.
Please. Oh, you're all good.
All right, don't even need my D4, and then I will cast Sacred Flame.
Classic.
Yeah, classic crappy cantrip. So a DC 12 Dex save.
Got hits.
Okay, so 3 radiant damage.
All right. Anything else?
I guess I'll move up. Like, no, nothing else. I'm not even gonna move. I'm gonna look away from it.
All right. Evan, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'll do the same again. Tried and true reckless attack.
So you're looking at it.
Yeah, do I need to roll again?
Yes, you do. If you're looking at it, yeah.
Add your
That'd be-
D4.
That is 12.
You feel yourself starting to solidify, but you're okay.
Okay. Oof. Three-handed battle axe. That's a natural 20. What's the advantage?
Okay, go ahead.
Plus 1.
That's pretty
Uh,
good.
That's 15.
Alrighty. This thing lets out a screech of pain. But it's still alive.
And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Right. It's Burrell's turn. No, it's Strong's turn. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to number these. 2, 3. It's Strong's turn. What are you doing, Strong?
So, having noticed what happened last time when I looked directly at it, I'm going to try and avert my eyes as I move.
Okay.
I can't get close enough if I go around. Can I just try to, like, without looking directly at it, make it up to here? Maybe looking down at the ground?
You can look at the ground if you want. Yeah.
Hopefully still slip past everyone. And so I'm not looking directly at it as I approach. But
Right. So if you're going to attack it and you're not looking at it, you have disadvantage.
well, I was gonna say, if I'm looking at it from the side like this, is that fine, or do I still have to?
If you're not looking directly at it, you have disadvantage.
I'm looking directly at it from the side, from its side.
Well, if you're looking,
So I'm over here looking at the side of its head.
what? Right. What?
So it's facing Evan right?
Yes.
And I'm
But it
facing-
can turn its head.
So I do still have to make that roll. That's all I wanted to find out.
Yes.
Yep.
If you're looking directly at it, yeah, that's fine.
Wanted to find out if I still had to make the roll. All right. Trusty long sword. 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
And I'm using my combat analysis. So I get to roll an extra D4.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know why I did it twice. Just use the combat analysis. So 6.
Not perfect plan. Okay.
Not perfect plan.
Alrighty. Yep.
6.
You're hurting it.
Mm-hmm. And then it now needs to make an intelligence saving throw DC.
Oh god, there's a black dice on my foot. There it is.
I'll get you some glow in the dark dice.
I have other dice, so when I looked at it, I rolled my 20s black intelligence, you say?
Yes, intelligence DC 50.
It's 15.
Okay, so
With
it's,
modifiers, it's 15.
yeah, so it's 8. So I don't find out anything more.
Alrighty. Now it's Morel's turn. At last. It is after time, so but do you want to stop here or before I start doing stuff, or are you happy to go on, or
I have to go, but you can keep playing.
I'm just
my
going to do
character. I'm good with that.
I'm just going to do to the end of this round, and then that's going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good. Well, I could stop now, but you know, if you're happy to go on, I'll just do the end of this round.
We can go to the end of the
And I'm not forcing you to stay if you need to go. So I'm just saying.
That works. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, no worries.
Later.
Cheers. See you later.
Yep.
Right. We can stop here, or we can just go on. I can note it.
Cap is at the top of the round, so we can finish this round, and that way we start at the very first person.
You all happy with that?
I'm cool finishing the round, Joe.
All right. So, right. Prel is then going to attack. One-handed attack, and that's a miss. So they swipe with their sword. That's a miss. So then it's Prexen's turn. Prexen is going to. This isn't going to take long. It's going to cast. Poison spray. and saves. And also it's really hurt. They are going to cast Healing Word on themselves. I'm pretty sure they can self-target.
With healing word.
So, yeah. So they're going to heal themselves. To heal themselves. And they're going to move up here. And then they're dead. Grumble, it's your turn.
Um, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right, so I can get here, yeah?
Right, are you looking at it?
Yep.
Right, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
22.
That's fine. Yeah.
I was built for this. Do I have advantage or about like for facing or anything or?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't need the reckless attack to have advantage. Yep, just checking.
It's kind of difficult because this thing, the way it works mechanically, is it looks around, but like
Right.
its body's probably facing like a certain way.
It's fine. I'll reckless attack and then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll have and then I'll just again maul. So. 24.
That's a hit.
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
Alrighty. It's looking really hurt.
Yeah, it is.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. It's Galandon's turn. Seeing the creature, he is going to red frost it for 20. For 6. Just look at it. Yeah, it's still really hurt. In fact, he didn't make us check.
Goodbye, Galandan.
Let me just check.
And that Prixus has no scratches on him.
Hiding away.
Yeah, so let me just read this. He fails.
It's a one furball kind of
So-
adventure.
So you kind of, they're going to be one. You look at him and he appears to start to be solidifying, so he doesn't even get to get that attack off. I should have rolled that first. Appears to be solidifying.
But not solidified yet.
Not yet. And that's his turn then. It's then the basilisk turn. It's going to, it's really hurt. It's going to disengage. And it's going to move. And disappear into a hole. And that's us at the top of the round. So, yeah, GG.
GG.
Take us out.
Well, before you do, I'll give you XP just for these other, in case I forget.
I'll put it in the chat so then Cap.
Unfortunately, these other guys are here, so it's divided amongst 8. You guys get, for the 2 of them, 25 experience points each.
Okay. So that takes me to 455. Is that the same for everyone? Oh.
Wrong! Evan's trying to cheat the system again.
Well, no, I got 457 because I was at 432. Were you at 432 before?
Oh yeah, I was. I did the math wrong. Sorry.
Thinks your times tables weren't useful now. Yeah, that's us for today. Yeah, so just be mindful of that, just in case I forget.
Off.